Do you want to go on a real glass-bottom boat ride? Have a manatee swim right under your canoe? And then have a big-ass gator hiss at you? Well, stay tuned because we're going to bring you to Silver Springs, Florida.
Hey friends, thanks for coming back. But if you're new friends, I'm Alice.
And I'm Larry.
And we're Downsizing Makes Sense like the penny. And we went 2 months ago full-time in our RV. And today we are bringing you on our January 2020 trip to Silver Springs State Park in Florida. Oh, we're gonna show you glass-bottom boat, gators, manatees, turtles, the shops, the trails, the boardwalk. You are going to love it. We can't wait to go back again.
Silver Springs State Park is in Central Florida, between Gainesville and Orlando, near the town of Ocala. There's 2 locations for the park. There's the main park itself that has the glass-bottom boats and canoe and kayak rentals that take you down the Silver River. And then there is the campground, which enters down here south of the park off of State Road 35. In this video, we'll be going over the glass-bottom boats and canoe and kayak rentals that are in the main park.
Silver Springs is the oldest Florida tourist attraction, bringing northerners by steamboat after the Civil War to ride the first glass-bottom boats and canoes. Before it was run by Florida State Parks, it had caged animals, animal shows, a jungle cruise, and carnival-type rides. Today, its focus is back to the real Florida, but they kept the famous glass-bottom boat rides the key attraction. The promenade across from the glass-bottom boats has an education center where you can find memorabilia from the movies filmed here, starting back in 1916. Some movies are The Creature from the Black Lagoon and 6 Tarzan movies featuring Johnny Weissmuller. Buy your state park passport book and get it stamped at the gift shop. Ask where to get it stamped at other state parks. Get that Instagram shot at a location near the end of the shops. We were there for New Year's. Walk along the Silver River with its many trails and scenic spots, but you can't swim at this springs anymore. But you can take your own watercraft right into the spring area. Statues, art, and flowers can be found throughout the park. Don't forget to step inside the Palm Tree of Hope loop for good luck. Little remains of the earlier private park days, but the Twin Oaks Mansion Concert Center is still there. Rhesus Monkeys were released on an island here in the 30s, not knowing they could swim off. Oops! Always be on the lookout for them. Besides the many natural trails, there are paved and boardwalks within the park. The Ross Allen Island Boardwalk is named after the herpetologist who created the popular Reptile Institute in the 30s. Dogs are allowed on leash except inside buildings and the glass-bottom boat, unless they are certified service dogs. Over 100 episodes of the famous TV show Sea Hunt were filmed here as well. I was lucky enough to find some old models from earlier days in the back of one of the buildings in the promenade area. Very cool history. But of course, most people come here for the world-famous glass-bottom boats, the few that have real glass viewing areas instead of plexiglass to better see the wonders of the spring. The enclosed boat tours are about 30 minutes and cost around $12. The open extended boat tour lasts longer and costs around $25, but you can see so much more since it is open on all sides. But reservation is required for these. The center viewing glass area reveals the many fish that can still be seen here. But also look around through the windows to see the many beautiful water birds and turtles. Another awesome sight is the spring bubbling up. It looks like a snow globe or popcorn. The 3 statues here were used by Hollywood for movies such as Moonraker. A good captain will make sure you get a good picture of them. There is also a historic Spanish boat from older times still visible. The state is working on revitalizing the springs to its former glory before it was private, to remove algae and hopefully attract more fish.
Pose for the camera there, bird. He looks like he's looking for food.
He looks like he's gonna peck me.
He's like...
Do you see his feet? But to see the real Florida, you should rent or bring your own canoe or kayak. Always my favorite activity. We chose the 5-mile Silver River package that includes a lift back to the park that starts around $35 with rental included.
Silver Spring State Park map. You're going to come in off of State Road 40 here into the main entrance. Go into the parking lot. The very south end of the parking lot is the canoe and kayak vendor. You're going to rent your canoe here, and then you're going to come down this little creek right here and then enter into the main spring area where the glass bottom boats are. Check that out for a little bit and then take back down this little trail here. It's called the Fort King Paddling Trail. It's about a mile long. Eventually it exits back out on the river. And I'm going to switch to the other map. And then you continue down the river right here, and then you're going to get to this area right here, which is a little landing to bring your canoe up. There's a porta potty there and a place to have a picnic. And then you can go back out on the river, continue down the river. Eventually you're going to get here to be a sign for Ray Wayside Park right here. You can take a left into this little creek, bring your canoe or kayak back onto the ramp, and there'll be a van eventually waiting for you here to take you back up State Road 40 and back to your car up here at the park.
Don't forget to paddle into the springs area and bring that GoPro for those amazingly clear springs underwater shots. Don't be afraid of the many gators. Don't bother them and they won't bother you. The old buildings on the right are again remnant from the park's earlier days. You used to be able to take a Jeep ride. The real Fort King location is an archaeological site about 15 minutes away. It helps to have a strong paddler with you. Thanks, Captain Grimm, aka my son Joe. There are mile markers along the way to help guide you.
Come closer, dance for me. Easy, tiger, easy, let your hair down. Come closer, let me see all your million faces and all your million mistakes. You don't need to hide. Come closer so that we can be together.
Make sure to bring a good zoom lens for more epic shots.
We've burned it. All those whirlwinds can't touch us no more. We've earned it.
Here is the landing, which you can use as a break. It has picnic benches, a porta potty, and rumors of monkeys. While staying at the campground, we walked the trail that leads here. See video link in description for that video. Please do not feed the wildlife, especially the aggressive monkeys. We bothered this gator. Oh God, honey, that's too close. That's too close. That's too close.
Hey, buddy. See how they're just so used to people.
Yeah, let's skedaddle.
favorite moment was when a manatee surprised us with a visit.
Now everything that has been don't matter no more. We've burned it. All those whirlwinds can't touch us no more. We've earned it. Everything that has been don't matter no more. We've burned it. All those whirlwinds can't touch us no more. We've earned it.
Shh, baby gators.
Come closer, dance for me. Easy tiger, easy let your head
Ray Wayside Park marks the end of this journey. We never did see any monkeys. Maybe next time.
million faces and all your million mistakes. You don't need to hide.
Well, thanks for joining us on our adventure to Silver Springs State Park in Florida. Now, if you've been to Silver Springs, please leave a comment about something that maybe you really enjoyed at Silver Springs and share it with other people. If you're thinking about going, leave a comment or a question that we can answer, maybe something that we didn't cover in the video. Now, we also did an extensive video on the campground. I did a site-by-site tour of the campground, so please check out the description for a link to that video. The campground is one of the best parts about the whole experience. And if you stay at the campground, you get to go into the park for free.
Bonus.
Absolutely. So if you want to see more videos like this, please consider subscribing down here. And check out one of our playlists, which I'll have down over here in this corner. And remember,
Downsizing does make sense.
boom.